Hello, Gary Hernandez here, and welcome to Kane Self-Defense with Master Gary Hernandez. This video is going to be a lot different than I normally do because number one, I'm going to use an improvised weapon. I had a nice gentleman by the name of Bill Thompson gave me a call today. Hello, Bill. And Bill, thank you for the phone call. I enjoyed talking to you, sir, and thank you for watching. And he had a question also about a different tool for self-defense. And more improvised tool would be using a pen or the tactical pen, using it like a kuboton. And a lot of us know how to use it. Some people have not used it before. So I'm going to show a couple techniques that you can use. Even though you have your cane, it is always good to have a pen in your pocket because number one, a good sturdy pen, not only do you use it to write with, but you can use it for much more than that. And I'm going to show some techniques, and give me a hand as one of my students, Mr. Mark. Mr. Mark, thank you very much. Now, there's many different kind of tactical pens. I'll show you one. I have about 10 different ones. I'm just going to show you one right off the bat. This one is from Smith & Wesson, and it's simply, most of them are made out of an airplane aluminum type. It's a full functional pen that you can change the cartridge. It writes perfectly. It's really good to have, and you can use it to strike, defend with. I would make sure some pens I wouldn't try to carry on the planes because they look a little bit more lethal. Some you might be able to get away with. I'm not going to give you the yes or no on which pens to try to carry on a plane. But let's get right into the nuts and bolts of this. What is good about having a tactical pen is the fact that, or any sturdy kind of pen you can use as a kuboton or an impact tool, is the fact that number one, it is more. It writes, like I said, so it's a functional pen. Number two, it goes in your pocket, in your briefcase, in your pants. It doesn't look intimidating or like something you're going to use to hurt somebody, but if you need to, you can. One of the things you can do with it, number one, we'll go for the punch first. Let's say he throws a straight punch and I block it, and I'll slow that technique down right here. As he throws the punch, I redirected it with this hand, and I just brought the hand up with the pen. And most tactical pens have kind of a sharp point end, and the other half is usually more flat blunt. And I can strike. I can strike into his collarbone, which is a non-lethal move. I can be more lethal, strike into his neck. I can strike into the ear canal. I can strike into the temple or into the jawline. I can even hit him in the head to get him off me. So again, as he does a fast punch from here, and striking. Slow that down again. I just pushed this away, hand came up, I moved a little bit, and I struck. Do I have to use this hand? Not really. He throws a punch, I simply bring that arm up, and I do similar to a back fist or a hammer fist, and I can strike him. Number two, we're going to turn this way. Depending on how I want to use this pen, he throws a straight line punch. I shift a little bit, redirecting it. Notice I took myself off center mass. As he throws, and I feed the pen directly into his throat. So it's kind of, he's running into it. Again, I don't want any problems. He throws that punch right into his throat. I can feed the sharp end. If not, the blunt end. I don't have to be that violent. He comes in, and I can feed it into his shoulder area. Right there. Tell me when you feel that, sir. Yep, you can feel that. So either with the point or the blunt end, I can do that. Now, if he happens, over here, sir, he grabs my wrist, and I happen to have my pen, then I use it like a kuboton technique. I can bring this up, I can lock onto here, put that pen right on the jointed areas or on the nerve endings, and bring him down. And then from that, strike. I'll bring this a little bit closer, I'll let him grab onto my wrist, and what I did was I put that pen right there. I could rotate also. I locked him here because I want to hold him, and here, tell me when he feels this. And he's tapping, so there it is. Then from there, I can simply strike. Do I have to use this hand? Absolutely not. He's got a hold of me. I just bring it. Now, Mr. Mark's pretty strong. So what I can do is step. As I step, I'm putting more leverage. That pen is there, pushing down, breaking the grab onto his backside. I can do other stuff. But if, let's say, I have an injury or something, I can use that pen and hammer down on him. He grabs with the other hand, because that was a cross grab. Same side. I can use this pen, push off with the pen, and strike to the head. he happens to grab me from behind in a bear hug. And if I got my pen, similar to what you would do with a set of keys or anything, there's his knuckles. Beautiful knuckles right there. Nice sharp pen. I just dig in. Once he lets go, I can step out, hit him right in the groin, hit him right in the stomach, hit him right in the face. It's pretty simple. Again, he grabs. We get a little bit close. You know, go a little bit lower to where I'm secured, where I can't break out. But look, I can do this. I put that pen right on the knuckles, and he lets go. Step out a little bit and strike him again into the groin area. So your tactical pen is great to use as an impact weapon, as an impact weapon, sir, as a leverage weapon, and also to write with. Not to mention, if somebody happens to be stuck in, or if I'm in a car and I'm stuck, or I got to get somebody out of a car, I can break a windshield with this. So your tactical pen does a lot. Thank you, sir, very much. So, Bill, I hope that answers your question. And if you have any more, please let me know. And thank you for calling. I enjoyed our conversation. And everybody, thank you. And this is just another great tool to have in your arsenal. Everybody have a good night. Thank you very much. And Gary Hernandez, I will see you guys very soon.